The oyster industry in Texas is really interesting because there are some in Galveston Bay. The oystering is a little bit different. They have oyster leases there, which provide the people who have the leases there to exclusively harvest reefs that they have built. But they're also able to harvest the public reefs that are open to all folks. And so those folks have made a really good living for themselves. And that program was only open in Galveston. So there's sort of a group of wealthier, more powerful oystermen in the Galveston area. But what's happened over time is the oyster fleets have become more mobile. And so they will actually move up and down the coast. One bay may have a good year while another bay has a bad year. And so what that's done with these guys, it's really increased competition. And so there's a lot of discussion amongst the oyster people about, this is my bay, not your bay, right? The competition has gotten to a point to where there's a little bit of animosity between fishing groups. They believe that the larger fleets moving into their area, say, for instance, the larger fleets from Galveston all coming to Matagorda, the few Matagorda oystermen that work down here feel like that's not fair. And so that kind of situation and mentality is getting more and more prevalent as time goes forward because these fleets are moving back and forth. And groups like CCA are seeing it. And they're really trying to work hard to try to figure out ways and work with Parks and Wildlife to try to understand why that's happening and address whatever's driving, this rapid movement of the fleet back and forth. Because when all of the fleet exerts its pressure on a small bay or in a small area of productivity, they do a lot of damage to those reefs.